All right, welcome to another 902 gaming video, and today, this is the second video that I'll post it today. The first one, you can check it out. I talk about alchemy and the changes that are coming to alchemy. But for this video, I'm going to focus on playing some more standard. There was some new deck lists that came out yesterday on January 17th, but I'm a little bit behind, so I'm going to try to catch up. I'm going to play the more sweeter decks right now. I have a couple that are sort of repetitive, like between this one and another one. They're both black-green. They both use the snow mechanic. I'm going to go with this one because it plays a bunch of fun ofs. So I thought it'd be interesting. Just to go over the deck list quickly. We're playing a bunch of we're playing Blood in the Snow, but only one copy. We're playing a Dryad Survival. We're playing Old Retstein. So it looks like we're playing Fill Up My Graveyard, some Ramp. We're just playing a bunch of stuff. Playing even a Dollhouse of Horrors. It's playing a Glorious Sunrise, which I actually like quite a bit. I think I said in a previous video, I wasn't a big fan of it, but it kind of doesn't do anything, but it does, because it does what I didn't realize. It was at the beginning of combat. So much like the Luminarch Aspirant, it happens when you play it. So it is a come into play kind of enchantment, sort of. And it happens at the beginning of combat. So it is a pretty sweet. So you do get it unless they remove it. So something does happen. So either you gain 3 life, or you draw a card, or a land gets tapped at 3 green mana. We have some small amount of removal. We have some planeswalkers. We have Dig Up, which is a 4 of, which allows you to go and tutor for a bunch of the 1 ofs that you're playing. We are playing Prosperous Innkeeper, so you can technically play the flip side of Valky, which I'm assuming that's what it's generally used for. We're playing Shadow's Verdict. The one thing I noticed, we are not playing Turgrid. But, we're playing a single go blank. Nissa, which I said before, I think is actually much more powerful than I think it's being given credit for right now. Although that might just have to do with the format. It is a little bit slow. But in mid-range matchups, where it seems like a lot of people are playing black-green, black-red, decks like that, I think it's a very good card. And we have the Avid Book Caretaker, which gives all your permanents have hexproof, which also is a pretty sweet card. We have another Ashaya. It just is what it is, I guess. People really enjoy this card. It is a little bit difficult to eliminate with certain spells like Vanishing Verse. So, like it can't be exiled because it's a land, and Vanishing Verse has exiled target non-land permanent. So that is pretty neat there. That is one interaction that I had missed previously when evaluating the card. But we have a few, Vorniclex and Planeswalkers. We have, the Blood on the Snow, getting Planeswalkers or some creatures back. We're playing a bunch of snow lands. We're only playing 3 non-snow, just to facilitate our mana. And yeah, we'll just do some best of 1 and see how it actually goes. I think I was reading the other day, somebody had posted an article, I think, on SCG. They were talking about how basically the standard format, and maybe they were more referring to alchemy, but the standard format, it's more acceptable nowadays to play singletons than it was previously, because you're likely going to play more and more and more matchups playing on Arena, and those 1 ofs will come up far more often than they will in Paper Magic. Whereas, maybe Paper Magic, you're only playing at FNM, and sometimes you only see a card like once, maybe, if you're playing 1 of. We have old Rutstein. Stein. At Go Blank, we got triple. We don't really do anything until turn 3. But I'm going to keep it anyways, just to see what happens. And that's not good. All right. So I drew all 3 of these. Seems to be something that happens when I play that card. Not quite sure why. I think it's actually very good once it gets going, though. Yeah. Sure. I think we're just going to play this. They may have a removal for it, but that's okay. So I have I can't block the brush fire. But this guy can ramp you, gets creatures. It's just, I think it's just an underrated card at this point. I was playing it. I had another deck that I had built. I played 4 copies of this card, and no, cool. And it was quite good. Cool. So we can play this. Discard one of those. Draw another card. It's just a land. That's kind of crappy. I guess we're gonna fire this off right now. There's no reason not to. I would have liked to have maybe they have 2 or 3 cards in hand, but it's fine. Next turn I can play Ren or Shaya. Okay. That's strange. Oh, they discarded Royal Eruption and Inferno. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. We got another blood token. Number of lands you control. Non-token creatures are forests, so it's going to be a 6/6. What can I return? Return target card from your graveyard. Not for 5 mana. I think we're just gonna play this. And create a tree folk. No attacks. Leave them back to block. I think I start filling out my graveyard with Ren and 7. Yep. No kicker, so it doesn't get all creatures get +2/+2. Nice. We got a couple triggers. All great. I think I have to block here. Unfortunately. Yeah. That's kind of crappy. Play another. Just one land. Okay. Any of combat. Okay. I could play a Shaya. Well, let's activate this. Discard the Rutstein. Oh, that's kind of crappy. Just nope, cancel. This one. I'm gonna play a Shaya. An 8/8. Next, no attacks, and end the turn. Now, if they cast another one of these, I'm in trouble. Actually, I think they still need more land. Yep. So he can tap for red. Or green, rather. So I can discard this. Sure. Yep. No good attacks. Tap. Going to discard a land. Alright. Alright, another removal spell down. I think we're just gonna do this.
The entire forest is in army.
What does this do? So the basic land card. The 3 or more basic land types. Okay, that doesn't really matter. He's already got a bunch there. I don't really have much of a choice here. Not going to attack just yet. Just end the turn, I suppose. I will lose to another one of the... that's pretty good. Go ahead. I need a blood in the snow. Sure. I still can't... Well, they could. In theory. Next turn, they'll be able to attack. But I need a blood in the snow. If I don't get a blood in the snow, I'm dead. So I'll have to crack this. One. Discard this. I do have a Shadow's Verdict. But I don't think I can get it back. Nope. No. No. There goes my blood in the snow. I might have enough mana for it still. And I think we'll get the Ren and 7 out. There we go. Ooh, that was close. Good game. Ooh, that was a tight game. Yeah, so on to game 2. Yeah, you saw in that game there where kind of the power of the deck lies. I think Dryad's Revival with the milling strategy actually works pretty good because it's kind of a way to, you know, kind of draw very specific cards. You'll end up seeing a lot of cards anyway. This is good, I think. And you have like Dollhouse of Horrors, and you have Blood in the Snow to get some of your stuff back. Blood in the Snow is a very, very key card in this deck, I think. I don't know if I like this card at all. Probably playing against blue-red, if I'm going to guess. I'm not sure if it's any good. I'm not sure if giving opening yourself up to removal spell on your land is a good choice. And it, considering it hits a lot of removal. Yeah, it only becomes a 2/2, so it's not really the best thing in the world. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. We'll see. If I end up getting blown out this game, I'll be like, nope, it's garbage. Every time I've played it against my opponent, it generally hasn't hurt them, but then I think in best of 1 on Arena, anyways, I have my own conspiracy theories on how... blue-red. I covered it. This is probably going to be a long, drawn-out match. Yep. Okay. I mean, I don't mind it for that. I think Prosperous Innkeeper is also important. Maybe they're just mono blue. They might be. Play land. Go to combat. Punch. Cast Old Rutstein. Probably get countered. But that's okay. There's not a lot we can do about that. Yep. Obviously divide by 0. We're just on the old mono blue train, which is fine. End the turn. Much else I can do there. Sure. Looks like they're just playing mono blue. Sure. Draw a card. Okay. Kinda crummy. Can play it. Play this again. Sure. Situation like this where I wish I had just one extra mana or something else to do. Probably shouldn't have discarded this. Maybe I should have discarded this. Or maybe the dollhouse, potentially. Because I don't think the dollhouse will resolve. Play land. Play another one of these. Send the turn there. Not really anything I can do. They're gonna basically sculpt their hand and win from there, likely. Gonna try to keep them from being able to interact with my creatures. Let's see. Let's see. I need something in combination. 7 mana, 8, 9 mana. So I need something that's 4 mana. I'll take that. Go to combat. Yep. Get him. uh, all right, so emergent sequence actually was pretty good there. Yeah, still not a big fan of the card. Okay, so that wasn't bad. I did make all my land drops there, which is very, very important against a control deck. Missing land drops against a control deck is basically game over. Because you need to be able to double spell some turns. That's why I picked up the Nissa, because I had 9 mana and I was able to do Dollhouse or Nissa. So one of them was likely going to resolve, unless they had double counterspell, and then didn't matter anyway. But that's the position that you want to try to set yourself up for. I want to make sure, if you're, especially with this card here, that you're able to able to double spell with whatever you're going to do, which is why I didn't get the Snow-inclex, which I think would have been a sweeter card to get. Why I didn't go after it. But actually the deck seemed pretty good. I could have went with Go Blank as well, but they had too many cards in hand already, so it wouldn't have mattered. So the deck was pretty sweet. I would not play Emergent Sequence. Not if my life depended on it. I would likely play more Infernal Grasps. And likely, this is pretty good because I think the deck was playing Test of Talents and Hellbreaker Horror and a couple of Snow-covered Islands in the sideboard. So you basically side into a Sultai deck that can actually get your you can get your islands out of and stuff like that too. So that's pretty sweet. I'd leave them just for that. You need for the best of 3. I like the rest of it actually. I'm pretty happy with it overall. I don't think I like the Tangled Florahedron. I might replace that with something else. Not exactly sure what though. Maybe something else that's a bit of a bigger threat on turn 2. Not really sure what's available in black green at the 2-drop creature spot. You can play like something like Elderfang Disciple. Is it Disciple? Is Elderfang Disciple? Yeah, the basically the Ravenous Rats. Something that makes you discard. Maybe the Null Priest as well. I kind of like the Null Priest quite a bit, just as a 2-drop. I might play that instead, just because it also gets stuff out. It can also get stuff out of your graveyard. It's also a pretty decent 2-drop. Tainted Adversary is also not that bad. I don't know if it's playing the Skyclave Shade in the sideboard. I don't think that it is. No, but it's playing Hero's Downfall. You can see kind of what's in the sideboard. Crippling Fear, another Ren and 7 in the sideboard. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these cards. This one's probably the best out of all of them. But drawing it at any, well, you saw actually I think I discarded it in one of the games there that I played. The first one, I think. It's just almost useless. After turn 2, they're basically useless. They are technically lands too, so and I'm only playing 23. Whoops. I'm only playing 23 lands. But I'm not a fan of this card. I might play something else in instead. Like I think definitely playing a couple of copies of the Priest, the Null Priest of Oblivion. I would probably do that. And then to shore up the land, I would probably play you can play Agadeem's Awakening. I actually don't mind this card. I've been playing this card quite a bit, just playing around with it. It's actually not that bad. It seems worse than it is. We used to play this. There was a 6-mana drain life spell back in I think it was a Saga or something like that we played quite a bit. Or that was played quite a bit, I should say. But I might play a Turn Timber Symbiosis because you can basically get any of the creatures here, and any of the smaller ones will get 2+1/+1 counters on it. So I would rather that. That could be my 24th land. But this deck I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I did get lucky with the first match where I was playing against the Landfall, and I was able to get Blood on the Snow and then return it with the Dryad's Revival, which I think is a nice combination. Basically, this deck plays a bunch of singletons, and then you can basically tutor for whatever you need at any given moment. So I like it for that. So it's a pretty cool deck. You should try it out if you have the rares. I don't necessarily suggest. There's only singletons in this one, so it's not a heavy investment in terms of wild cards. So, and a lot of these you probably have. Again, I really like this card quite a bit. It does require a bit of dedication to play it, but I still like it because it can create creatures and return creatures from the graveyard to play. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.